everyone, today I am here to bring you a full body, feel-good reformer workout. Today, as far as equipment goes, you will need a reformer and a box. As always during this workout, please feel free to modify as necessary, make changes as necessary to your springs depending on how your body is feeling and the reformer that you're working on. When you're ready, let's get started. All right guys, so I'm all set up. I have put my box on long ways on the reformer. My foot bar is in an almost upright position and I've put on one medium spring. For me, that's one blue spring. Let's start standing at the back edge of our reformer. So come on around. Bring your feet sit bone distance apart and your thigh bones a few inches away from your foot bar. Just take a moment to get grounded through the feet. Think about how long your spine can get through the crown of the head all the way to the ceiling. Soften the front of the rib cage down to the hips and press the pelvis just slightly forward. When you're ready, inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, round the spine forward, hands to the front edge of the box and press your back out nice and flat. Letting the tailbone lift. Trying to get the biceps up by the ears. And then round the spine back in, tailbone reaches towards the heels, keeping the hands on the box, get the box as tight to the stopper as you can, and then press the box away from you again. So coming back into that flat back position, and then rounding back in. A few more just like this, finding your breath, finding your balance between the feet. And let's do one more time and hold the back nice and long. From here, bending the elbows out to the sides, thinking about reaching the crown of the head over the box, and then pressing the box away. And again, bending the elbows out to the sides and pressing the box away. Let's do two more here. And one more time. Good, keeping the arms long, move your right hand closer to the center of the box. Take your left hand behind your back, keep weight even through the feet, and then bend that single arm in and press back out. Good, so I'm trying to think about leading my elbow kind of to 5 o'clock as I bend it in. Last 3 here. And one more time. Bring your left hand out onto the box, fairly close to the center, right hand to the back of the pelvis, and then let's bend and straighten that other arm. Good, take notice of the hips, make sure they're evenly reaching back to the other side of the room. Good, last 3. And one more time. Bring both hands onto the box, separate them about shoulder distance apart, and then just shrug your shoulders up to your ears, and then let the shoulder blades melt down your spine. Let's do that 3 more times. Press the box away, raising the shoulders up, and then letting them slide down. Last 2. And one more time. Good. Let those shoulder blades nestle on the back, round your spine, and pull the box all the way in. Beautiful. Stand up nice and tall. I'm going to take my foot bar down and then have a seat on the box. So I'm going to take my tailbone towards the front edge of the box. For me, it feels comfortable for my feet to be on the standing platform. You could also move your feet further forward. Float your hands right in front of the shoulders. Make sure you've got lots of space behind you on your box. Take a breath, inhale, get tall. Exhale, tuck your tailbone under towards the backs of your knees. Good, and slowly descend all the way down onto the box. Reach your arms overhead, take your gaze back if it feels good, and then circle the arms around and forward, peeling the spine back up to seated. Take another breath, inhale here. Exhale, roll the spine back. Slow as you go. Arms reach overhead. Circle around and roll up. 2 more times. And 1 more round. Beautiful job. From here, seated tall. Let's roll the spine back to the bottom, tips of the shoulder blades. Bring the hands around to clasp the back of the head, elbows in your peripheral vision. Bring your right knee into a tabletop position. Bring your left knee into a tabletop position. From here, we'll open our chest over the edge of the box, and then exhale, curl the head, neck, and chest up. Inhale, and exhale. So as I come into a bit of back extension over the edge of the box, I'm still keeping my abdominals engaged. It's almost like I'm trying to lengthen the body back as opposed to arc the body back. Last 2 here. Last time. Curl the head, neck, and chest up. Stay lifted. Reach your left toes forward towards the foot bar in front of you. Reach them back up, and then switch. Inhale. And exhale. Pay attention to the back of the body as the leg comes forward. Try to keep the weight of the body close to the back of the rib cage, even as the leg reaches forward. And last one here. Beautiful job. Bring both knees up, keep them up. Let the shins drop parallel to the floor. Open the chest up over the box. Exhale, curl up and rotate to the left. Inhale, back over. And exhale the other way. The last 4. And 1 more time. Come back center with the torso. Beautiful. Bring your upper body fairly parallel to the floor. Elbows can widen even more. From here, you're gonna zip those inner thighs up and together, and we're just gonna rotate the knees to the right, and at the same time, the toes to the left, twisting through the lower body, and then come back through the middle, and then switch to the other side. Knees to the left, toes to the right, twisting the lower spine, and coming back center. A few more side to side. I'm pressing my feet together. I'm using my inner thighs. And 1 more each way. Good. From here, round up just a little bit higher. Lower the toes towards the foot bar, and then exhale them back up. Inhale down. And exhale, lift. The last 4 here. And 1 more time. From here, bring one foot down, bring the other foot down. Take a big stretch over the back edge of the reformer. Reach through the fingertips. Inhale. Exhale, slide your hands down and around to roll all the way back up to seated. Beautiful. Okay, so from here, we're just gonna lay on our belly, facing back. So chest on or off the box. I'm gonna keep my feet slightly wide, but parallel. And then I'm gonna reach up and grab onto my straps fairly high up on the ropes. Nice long spine here. My glutes and hamstrings are active, and I'm pressing my hip points down into the box. I'm gonna try to maintain those open fronts of the hips throughout this series. So inhale here, exhale, bring the arms back behind you, lift the torso forward, stretch the abdominals out, and then slowly lower back down again. That's it. As you bring the arms back forward, allow your upper body to go into forward flexion, and then come up into that back extension as the arms come back behind you. Last 2. And one more time. Good. Bring your arms out to a T position. Lower the torso parallel to the floor. From here, pull your pinkies back to your hips and then extend the arms wide to the sides. Pull and reach out. Again, if you'd like to add that back extension here as the pinkies come closer to the hips, you are welcome to. Last two. Beautiful. Bring those arms back down by the sides of the wooden reformer. I'm going to slide my hands down to the taped portion. You can feel free to keep your hands a little bit higher on the ropes, excuse me, and we'll do some arm circles. So start with your spine nice and long. Come into back extension as the arms come out or back, and then slide them out to the sides and back underneath the shoulders. Back extension as the arms come back, and circle the arms around. Similar to kind of like a reverse breaststroke arm pattern. Last three. And one more time. You can go slower or quicker than this, maybe not much quicker. And then we're gonna reverse it. So arms out to the side, pull back and around. Arms out to the side, pull back and around. Last three. I'm coming into back extension from my T position to my arms back position. Last two. And one more. Good. Slide yourself home, replace those straps, and come up off to the side of the box. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna turn my box, short box ways, and put my foot bar back up. And I'm loading my springs up a little bit. So I'm gonna put 2 heavy and 1 medium on total. And then we're gonna come to face side. So my inside knee is gonna go on the carriage. That same forearm will go down on the box. The other hand is gonna be propped up, and I'm gonna take my top foot onto the center of the foot bar. Press away from the box, straighten your top leg, align your hip with your heel. From here, let's bend in and press out. Good. Strong and stable against that box. Trying to keep the heel down for now. If I look down right now, my heel is directly under my sit bone as I extend that leg. And I'm pressing from the glutes and the hamstrings to extend the carriage. Let's do 4 and 3. And last one. Come all the way in. Move your foot about a foot forward, a foot's length forward on the foot bar, and let's press out and in again. So now your heel is forward of the sit bone, right? Leg is still parallel. Notice the center of my heel and my second and third toes are on that foot bar. Good for 4. And last one. Very nice job. One more round. We'll move our heel back a little bit, externally rotate the hips so the knees and the toes are pointing upward. And again, press out and in. Keep lifting away with those low obliques for 5. Last 3. And last one. Very nice job. Come all the way in. Extend your foot over the foot bar. See if you can hover it there. And then we're going to flex the foot. Bring the knee into the elbow. Press the leg under the foot bar. Pull the knee into the elbow. Press the leg over. In, under, in, over. Just opening up and loosening up that hip for 4, 3, the last 2, And on this last one, you're gonna hold the leg over the foot bar, externally rotate it, and then internally rotate it. For 4. Right from that hip socket, 2. And last 1. Ah, very nice job. Let's have a seat on our box for a moment. We're gonna take that top leg, that working leg, over our standing leg, and then just round or stretch forward to loosen up that outer hip. Breathe here for just a moment. Good. And then we're gonna stay seated here and grab onto our strap, place our top foot underneath it, and come all the way over onto our top hip. I'm gonna lift up into that strap and make sure, again, my heel is directly underneath my sit bone, just like in our previous position. Bottom hand can be on the headrest for a moment, top hand behind the head. From here, we're gonna lift that bottom hand up. And I want you to arc the body up, so you're squeezing that top oblique, and arc the body down, squeeze the low oblique. Arc, lift, and lower. Now, I just lost a little tension on my top strap. Our goal is to keep constant tension on that strap, right? No jarring movements. You've got 4, and 3. And last 1. And then find a long line through the body. Rotate the torso up towards the ceiling. And then rotate the torso down towards the floor. 3 more rounds just like that. I'm spiraling around my ribs. Last 2. And 1 more time. Beautiful. Bring your forearm, if it's available to you, down onto your headrest, or hand all the way down onto the floor, and take a big side bend, reaching your arm up and over the head. Good, you can wiggle that top hip a little bit, forward and back. And then prop yourself all the way up, and let's turn over onto the other knee. So we'll start with our side kneeling position. Knee down on the carriage, forearm down on the carriage, your other hand is propped up. Your top foot is on the center of the foot bar. Extend that leg long. Align your heel directly underneath your sit bone. And then when you're ready, let's pull the carriage in and press the carriage out. Nice. Just going at a pace that suits you. On this side, I really have to kind of work into ankle flexion. So you might see me going a little bit slower. You just choose a pace that works for you. Nice, 4 more here. Last 2. And last 1. Pull the carriage all the way in, move that same foot further forward on the foot bar, and again, let's press out and in again. Again, again, again. Good, so heel is on there, toes are on there. Press away from the box, try not to lose that bottom shoulder. The last 4. And 1 more. Come all the way in, externally rotate that leg, heel is on the foot bar, press out and in. The last 5. And last 1. Come all the way in, extend your top leg over the foot bar, flex the foot. Pull it into the elbow and under, into the elbow and over. Last 4, 3. Last one, leave the leg on top, externally rotate it, and then internally rotate it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that knee down. Ah. Okay, have a seat on top of the box for a moment. And cross your ankle over your other thigh. Now, if you're like me, I've really felt that on my standing knee as well. So if you want to take an extra moment and stretch out that other side, you can. Good. Okay, and then we're gonna slip our top foot underneath our strap, rotate all the way onto our hip, bring our bottom hand down onto the headrest. Think about finding a very long line from the crown of the head through the heel. Top hand behind the head, bottom hand as well. And then we round down or arc down, and then arc up. So I'm lengthening and shortening my waistlines. I'm reaching up into my strap, trying to find as much length through the body as I can through the center point before going back down or up. Two more to go. Last one. Find a long line. Rotate towards the floor. Rotate towards the ceiling. Last 3. One more. Take a big stretch down. Bottom hand or bottom elbow can be down on the headrest. Reach up and over, or if your arms are longer than mine, the right hand can be all the way down on the floor. Wiggle that top hip a little bit if you want. Nice, and then come all the way up. Let's remove that box for a minute. Good. And we are gonna come down to one medium spring. A medium to a heavy is probably good here. Or if you have an opportunity to do a half spring, you could do 1.5. I'm gonna put my headrest up just for my comfort. And then we're coming down all the way onto our side. You're gonna grab your top strap or your front strap in your top hand. Just hoping that my mic is not getting muffled up. Okay, stack your hips. Lift your feet. So my inner thighs are engaged. My body's in one nice long line. I'm gonna wrap my top hand around my top waist just for somewhere to put it. And then I'm gonna lower and lift that top arm. Good. I'm actually gonna go to shorter loop just for range of motion here. Press down and up. Lots of inner thigh connection. Working from the underside of the armpit. Good for 4. Last 2. And last 1. Now we're gonna bring the arm down and then bring the arm forward, up above the shoulder and down again. Forward, up above the shoulder and down. You can make these circles smaller. Pay attention to your shoulder. Now reverse it. Last 3. Notice if the legs want to start traveling forward as the arm travels back. Last 1. Nice job. Bring your arm about halfway down. Diagonal line with that top arm. Top leg is going to go up and down, tapping up into the foot bar. Use your obliques. Reach through your fingers. Last 4, 3, 2. Hold that top leg up and bring the bottom leg up to meet it. Nice for 4, 3, 2. Hold the bottom leg up. Slide the top leg back and the bottom leg forward. Good. And then come back to center. And again, bottom leg goes forward, top leg goes back, and back to center. I'm trying to keep my legs high towards the foot bar. Last 4, and 3, and 1 more time. Very nice job. Bend those knees in, place your strap back, and we will turn around to the other side. So come on over, head on the headrest, grab your strap. If you have an option, you can try shorter or longer loop, that's up to you. And then extend both legs long. Maybe the bottom hand can be across the waistline. That also is a reminder to keep everything nice and engaged. And then let's just lower and lift our top arm. Good, so that it's right above the shoulder and then down to the hip. Good, inner thighs are on. You've got 3. Last one, hold the arm down, slide the arm forward, above the shoulder and down. Everything else in the body is nice and quiet. Reverse it, up, forward, and back. This is always the variation where my legs want to counterbalance and move forward as the arm slides back to the hip. So just be aware of that in your body. Think about lengthening the torso as the hand reaches towards the hip. Last 2. Last 1. Bring the arm halfway down towards the hip. Find that diagonal line. Lift and lower the top leg up to the foot bar and down. Last 4. Last 2, hold the leg up. Bottom leg comes up to meet the top leg. 5. Last 2, hold both legs high. Scissor the top leg back, the bottom leg forward, and then meet in the middle. Last 3. And one more time. Very nice job. Bend both knees in. Come all the way back home. Place your strap back. Prop yourself up. And let's put on another heavy spring. So I'll be on one heavy and one medium, laying all the way down on the back. Grab your straps. Let's put our straps on our feet. Heels together, knees apart. In a frog position. I'd like your knees to just hug the outside of the straps, arms long by the sides. Slide your fingertips away from your shoulders and then press your heels away from your hips. Inhale and exhale. Find the squeeze of the backs of the inner thighs. Find the length of the springs. Settle the ribs. Lengthen the neck and the crown of the head. And for these last few, allow your knees to come in as close to your shoulders as feels comfortable without letting the tailbone lift, keeping that tailbone anchored. Last one, hold the legs out. You're still externally rotated. Open the legs out to the sides and then flex the feet, heels come together. Kind of allow the toes to point or relax as they extend to the sides and then drag the heels together. Deep external rotation of the hips. And then we will combine the frog and this, we'll call it a split. Heels together. Bend the knees into frog. Keep the carriage still. Come out into your split. The carriage will move as you bring your heels together. The carriage will move as you bend your knees into frog. The carriage will stay still as you extend back into your split. A few more just like that. Move, stay, move. Move, stay, move. Last 2 this way. And reverse it. Move into your split. Stay still as you bring your heels together into frog. Remember those knees are just outside the straps and then press back out. Nice job. So we move into our split, We steady the carriage as we come back into frog. We move as the legs extend back out. Last 2. And 1 more time. Very nice job. Hug those knees in. Reach around, take your headrest down behind you. For this first round, scooch your body away from your shoulder blocks just a little bit. Grab onto your pegs by your ears. Press the legs out to the high diagonal. Bring your toes over your nose. Peel the spine up off of the carriage. Bend the knees towards your shoulders and roll down like a ball. Pressing those legs out. If you don't need your handles or don't want them, you don't have to use them. Let's do that 3 more times. Peeling the spine off, bending the knees towards the shoulder blocks, and rolling the spine down. Toes over nose. One more. Nice. On this last one, keep your heels nice and still as they are, and just roll the spine down, 1 vertebra at a time. Getting the tailbone as close to the mat as possible without moving the feet, and then dragging the heels to the sit bones, anchoring the tailbone, and pressing back out. From here, bring your knees back towards your shoulders, grab onto your straps or your metal clips, and just rock a little side to side. Nice job. All right, let's take those straps off. Come all the way up to stand. Grab your box one last time and place it onto your carriage long ways. Good. I'm gonna come down to 1 medium spring and then come to kneeling on the box facing the foot bar. Knees fairly close to the front edge of the box here. My shoulders are aligned over my wrists, and I'm gonna round my spine like elephant but kneeling. From here, keep your glutes engaged. As you inhale, press the carriage out, and then exhale, pull the carriage in. Inhale out, exhale in. Keeping that tailbone under, or like knee stretches, right? Same shape as knee stretches round. The last 4. Press your shins down into the box as you move to make the knees feel lighter. Last 1. Bring the carriage in, flatten the back. Same thing, inhale out, exhale, pull. Shoulders stay over the wrists for now. Press the shins down. Last 3. And last 1. Pull the carriage in, round the spine. Move both hands to the left edge of the reformer or the foot bar. Good. Press the carriage out and exhale, pull in. Press away with your hands. Engage those abdominal muscles. Even weight through the knees. 3, 2, and last 1. Move your hands over to the other side, and same thing, rounded shape. Last 3, and last 1. Bring your hands about shoulder distance apart on that foot bar. Bring yourself all the way home, shoulders over the wrists. Press the carriage out so that the knees become behind the hips. The hips are open, and press the carriage out. And pull the carriage in. Inhale out. Nice long spine. Last 3. One more time. Bring yourself all the way back home. Very nice job. From here, you're going to turn your left shin a little more parallel to the front edge of the box. The heel can also be underneath you if that feels like too much of a stretch. Your back knee is going to be behind the back thigh, and you're going to press the carriage out, coming into a deep hip opener here. You can let your head go through your upper arms if it feels comfortable. If this is not appropriate for you, you can stay lifted here. You could put also a ball underneath your glute to make this more accessible. But basically, we are just looking for that outer hip stretch. Nice. If you'd like to move with this movement, you can pull yourself in and then press yourself out, lowering the torso down and lifting the torso up. Last two. And one more time. Very nice job. Sit down on that left hip. Let's swing the legs forward and around to change position. So now my right knee is forward towards the front edge of the box. You can work this with your shin parallel to the front edge or with the heel tucked closer underneath you. And then that back knee is going behind the hip. The knee should still be on the box. Good. Again, stay lifted here, or if it feels appropriate for you, you can press the carriage out and pull the carriage in. Nice job. Last three. And one more time. Very nice job. Sit on that side of the hip. Turn your legs sideways. Bring your feet just onto the cushions of the carriage. Inhale your arms up overhead. Exhale, rotate to one side. Take a gentle twist over your shoulder. Inhale them back up. Exhale, twist over the other shoulder. And we'll do one more on either side. Beautiful. Thank you guys so much for being here with me today. I truly hope you got a lot out of that workout. Leave me a comment or a question down below. Let me know how you got on, also what you'd like to see next. As always, please subscribe and share, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.